All right, so boom, check it. It's the weekend again, and it's time for another reset. So y'all know we had to get everything we need for the recipes that we're gonna make this week. We also had to replenish our snacks and our fruit and our beverages. We also had the pleasure of entertaining my little sister. She came over and spent the night with us on Friday. We hung out, ran some errands, and then we dropped her off on Saturday evening. And yes, I had to get some more of that double XL peach, baby. Gotta get these drinks organized that don't go in the fridge. And then we're back at it with this crazy freezer of ours. Thankfully, we've been cooking all week, so we don't have nearly as much on our meat rack. And we had to get us some more smoked turkey because we're going to do red beans and rice, Creole style. Sunday dinner is going to be some sticky honey garlic turkey wings. So I got those today along with the andouille turkey sausage and some breakfast sausage. And my Publix had my Starbucks creamer that I like, buy one, get one free. So I got 2 of those. Y'all know we have to have the 4 juices a week for the husband and the son. And we had to re-up on the fruits, the grapes and the strawberries. We already had mandarin oranges, so we were good on that. And since mangoes are back in season, I had to get me one. And, of course, we got us some bananas because you need that potassium in your life. We're going to have fried cabbage with our turkey wings and rice and beans. And that lady's son that I married wanted some individual salads for his lunch throughout the week. And the Publix also had bread buy one, get one free. So we got 2 of those. We needed to replenish a few things like soy sauce and snacks. One of the things I'm going to make this week is some Chipotle tacos. So I got some corn tortillas. I do not like flour tortillas. Anybody else? And you are not about that life if you don't have a stash of grocery bags. And I got this cute little container from the Amazon. It holds my trash bags and my grocery bags. So now it's time to prep for Sunday dinner. I'm going to soak my red beans overnight for my red beans and rice. I'm going to change the water out several times before then. And then I'm going to marinate my turkey wings overnight as well. I cut them up using my kitchen shears. Sometimes I use a knife and a cutting board, but this time I felt like using the shears. And I use all 3 parts of the wing because the tips of the turkey wing are definitely meaty and tasty, unlike that little tip on a chicken wing. And none of that marinade is going to waste because I'm going to also inject the wings with the marinade the next day before I brown them. And then I'm going to thicken that marinade and drizzle it over the wings when they're almost done baking. And that's how they become sticky. The wings go in a bag and I'm wiping the counter down just because I know there was some splashing of that bacteria that I probably couldn't see. Of course, those wings were properly cleaned. And then I'm adding garlic and ginger, some lemon juice, and lots of honey. Probably about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of honey. About 1/2 of a cup of soy sauce. And then my seasonings, my lemon pepper, my garlic powder, my onion powder, some paprika, as well as some table blend Mrs. Dash, and a little bit of Himalayan salt. And then I'm just massaging those ingredients in well. And I'm kind of looking at it to see just how well the marinade is coating the wings, if I need to add anything. And I end up going back and adding a little more honey, probably about 1/4 of a cup. And then I went back to my bathroom project. Y'all remember that bathroom project I started on Friday? Well, I got some of the items that I needed to complete my decoration in the bathroom. And even after this, it still wasn't completely done. So I got a toilet tissue holder and some new air fresheners for my wallflowers. I am loving the Twisted Peppermint scent from Bath & Body Works. So I got some potpourri for my little dolphin potpourri holder. It's in the scent Ocean, and it came with a little vial of fragrance so that you could kind of replenish the scent over time. And I'm going to use this potpourri in the holder, but I'm also going to use it for my vases. I'm going to create kind of a floating under the sea effect in the vases. I am going to create a separate video demonstrating how I did this, but I did want to give y'all a little preview. So I used the water gels. They start off as really small beads, and then they absorb the water over about a 4-hour time span, and then they look like this. If you have too many in the bowl, you end up having to add more water, and then you might have to divide them into 2 like I did. When they stop absorbing water, you go ahead and drain them, and you can dry them and use them dry, or you can use them as suspended animation and fully or partially submerge them in water. And that's what I ended up doing in the end. I do like them with and without water, but because I had these little jewels and they weren't really showing the way I wanted them to, at the end I ended up adding the water. So you'll see it both ways because, again, I hadn't completely decided what I wanted to do until I got to the very end. And you'll see that I add the gels, and then I add whatever beads and other decorations, and then I add more gels and more beads and decorations, and it's going to give it that suspended animation look in the end. I also used some of those potpourris on the top because they had like the starfish and some seashells and some corals. And there was even a cute little flower that I decided to put on the top. And then I decided to push some of the corals down on the sides. And then there's still a sand and sea candle that needs to come. And so there's a spot for it on that top shelf right there. And a great idea is to put sand in your vase first and then put your gels and beads and what have you in your water. Overall, I am very pleased with my little mini makeover in my powder room and all that I accomplished this weekend. I pray that this inspires you to do some homemaking of your own. Be blessed.